Jared Leto. Jared Leto's career seemed poised for greatness when he stepped into the role of the Joker in Suicide Squad. But instead of a chilling portrayal of Batman's arch-nemesis, Leto's Joker was more bizarre than menacing. His portrayal of the character was nothing short of a disaster, distracting from the already flawed film. Leto's performance didn't land. It became a meme. Rather than a menacing villain, his Joker felt like a self-indulgent art project gone wrong. The franchise suffered as a result, and instead of breathing life into the DC extended universe, Leto's Joker nearly suffocated it. Even with the Joker cut and attempts to salvage the character in subsequent projects, the damage had been done. His insistence on improvising with the character turned every scene into a chaotic mess.
And that was just a beginning.
Further detracting from what could have been a solid portrayal of one of DC's most infamous villains. Leto didn't just ruin his career, he ruined the future of a beloved character for millions.
I don't find him too intimidating. I think he's rather, friendly.
Chris Hemsworth.
Thor, son of Odin.
Chris Hemsworth's portrayal of Thor made him one of Hollywood's biggest stars, but his post-Avengers career has faced a major wake-up call.
You get help. What? Get help. No. Come on, you love it. I hate it. It's great. It works every time.
Instead of continuing to shine in roles that capitalized on his charisma and physicality, Hemsworth veered into a woke agenda. His performance in Thor: Love and Thunder was criticized for leaning too heavily into forced feminist messages, which left fans alienated. The jokes were overdone, and the character felt watered down. Hemsworth's attempts to expand into roles like Extraction weren't much better, with critics calling them more about action than any real character depth.
It's lucky you're beautiful because there's nothing up here.
Rather than sticking to the persona that made him a star, Hemsworth shifted focus to promoting woke themes, which took away from his natural strengths as an action star. What should have been a booming career has slowly turned into a series of misfires, with his brand struggling to maintain momentum. Instead of flexing his heroic chops, Hemsworth's career now feels more like a punchline as he tries to juggle action and activism without a clear balance. Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise has been the face of blockbuster franchises like Mission Impossible, but recent attempts to recapture the magic have led to mixed results. While he's still beloved as Ethan Hunt, Cruise's overexposure in the press and his off-screen antics started to overshadow the iconic spy franchise. His controversial Scientology beliefs and behavior alienated much of the audience who once viewed him as a charming, charismatic action hero. While Top Gun: Maverick did offer a brief return to form.
Listen, here's the thing, Peter. You're stepping over a line now. You're stepping over a line. You know you are.
His previous stumbles, such as in the Mummy reboot, revealed the pitfalls of riding on the coattails of his previous success. Cruise is now less about action and more about self-promotion, trying to push his brand over content. As he grew older, Cruise's insistence on doing his own stunts and making high-profile public appearances became more about marketing his brand rather than advancing the Mission Impossible narrative. His legacy is at risk, as audiences no longer view him as the end-all be-all of Hollywood leading men. Instead, he's seen as a relic holding on to his fading star power. Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck's tenure in Batman v Superman was met with mixed reactions, and his role in the DCEU became one of the franchise's weakest points. While Affleck's performance as Bruce Wayne wasn't entirely terrible, it felt disconnected from the legacy of previous Batman portrayals. His brooding and jaded Batman clashed with the lighter tone that fans had come to expect from the character. His commitment to the role was questionable, and his on-set frustrations and eventual departure from the DCEU highlighted just how miscast he was in the part. The films surrounding his Batman only amplified these issues, with Justice League and Batman v Superman being critically derided and commercially lackluster. Affleck's struggle to get his Batman arc right left fans wondering if he was ever the right fit for the role, and the critical backlash only made it worse. Affleck's tenure marked a rocky period for the DCEU, as fans quickly realized that his interpretation of Batman did not connect with the larger franchise vision.
Time! I understand.
His legacy as Batman is now mostly remembered for its failure rather than its promise. Will Smith. Will Smith's career skyrocketed in the 90s and 2000s, with iconic franchises like Men in Black and Bad Boys under his belt. But everything changed after the infamous Oscar slap.
Oh, wow! Wow!
His assault on Chris Rock turned the spotlight from his films to his off-screen drama, ultimately destroying the trust audiences had in him as a leading man. Once known for his charisma and family-friendly roles, Smith's shift to activism and public feuds overshadowed his acting career. Instead of being remembered as one of Hollywood's most bankable stars, he became a symbol of how a few poor decisions can ruin an otherwise flawless career. The slap also threw a dark cloud over his involvement in franchise revivals, like Bad Boys for Life, which felt less like a revival and more like an attempt to salvage his credibility. Audiences who once lined up for every Smith film now question his credibility, and franchise revivals like Bad Boys for Life felt forced and stale.
A few minutes ago, he said, at your highest moment, be careful, that's when the devil comes for you.
Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa once became a household name as Aquaman in the DC Extended Universe, but his role in the franchise quickly became a joke rather than a blockbuster draw.
Well, you know what the God says, if he gives you a flat ass, he's gonna give you a big old
His brooding, rugged performance initially captured fans, but his overexposure in multiple projects, including Aquaman 2 and Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw, made him less of a cultural phenomenon and more of a comedic side act.
Action! And bite!
His charm quickly wore off, and audiences grew tired of his loud, brash persona. Instead of becoming the next big thing in action cinema, he turned into a parody of himself. Instead of breathing new life into DC's universe, he added to its messy, bloated reputation. Fans were no longer eager for his appearances, and the Aquaman sequel proved to be more of a commercial failure than anticipated. Rather than evolving into the next great action star, Momoa became a Hollywood casualty of overhype and miscasting. Momoa's attempt to remain the quintessential action hero crumbled, leaving him to reflect on a franchise that could have been much more. Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill was supposed to be the Superman of a new era, a powerful, grounded version of the iconic hero. But his tenure as the Man of Steel was marred by messy storytelling choices and direction. Despite his solid performance, Cavill's Superman didn't stand a chance against the train wreck that was the DCEU. The films failed to resonate with fans, with Batman v Superman and Justice League being slammed for their incoherent plots and underdeveloped characters. Instead of the beloved superhero fans had hoped for, Cavill's Superman became a punchline to a larger franchise misfire.
I mean, you have to, well, you're Superman. You have to be in awesome shape.
His departure from the role was inevitable when Zack Snyder's vision failed, and his time in the cape is remembered as a failure of both management and missed opportunities. Cavill's exit from the DCEU highlighted just how mismanaged the franchise was, and how it could have been saved by strong leadership and clear direction. Cavill never truly got to make Superman his own.
Dude's big dick energy. And to make it even better, I'm 99% sure he's actually big.
And now fans wonder if the DCU's reboot can finally do justice to the iconic hero. Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy is a powerhouse actor who should have had a slam dunk with Venom, but instead, he delivered a clunky, tone-deaf performance that left audiences scratching their heads.
To talk to media about their sexuality.
What on earth are you on about?
While Hardy's portrayal of Eddie Brock had its moments, the film struggled with tonal inconsistencies, and the character of Venom himself felt more like a joke than a menacing anti-hero. The sequel, Let There Be Carnage, was met with similar criticisms, with critics and audiences alike pointing out the bizarre mix of humor, chaos, and forced woke messaging that cheapened the overall story.
I don't find it difficult for celebrities to talk about their sexuality. Are you asking me about my sexuality?
Hardy, known for his intensity in roles like Mad Max Fury Road, seemed miscast in a film that should have been a darker, grittier affair. Instead of elevating the Venom franchise, Hardy's portrayal has kept it stumbling, with fans unsure whether they should laugh or cringe. His once promising superhero franchise has now lost its footing, thanks to a failed attempt to ride the woke wave.